Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. Today we'll be reviewing the day four between India and Australia. Uh, it was a day for Mohammed Siraj to remember. Only three tests old, leading the Indian side and picking up a fifer. What a performance by the lad. Apart from that, though, there was a pretty boring day in terms of what we've kind of come to get used to with this India Australia series. Your thoughts,
Yeah,
Misty?
yeah. I mean, what do you call it? I think Australia came out with a proper plan to score some fast runs, and they did that. But at the same time, India did make life a bit difficult. They picked up wickets in between. If they maybe took that wicket of Smith a bit earlier, they would have maybe got Australia out for less, like maybe 20, 30 runs less. But it was kind of what I thought would happen. That's what happened. I think India kept picking up wickets. Siraj was magnificent. I think Shardul as well was bowling a really good line and length. But they were bowling some run scoring balls as well, like some free deliveries. But at the
Yeah,
same time, there were some wicket taking deliveries. But yeah, that pitch is getting difficult now. I think that crack is exploding like crazy. So
yeah.
it's not going to be easy to bat on. Personally, if there is rain, that would be good for India's point of view. But if you but this series has been amazing. Anything can happen. So I think the more cricket we watch, the better. But yeah, I think looking at the pitch and everything right now, Australia probably are favorites if there's a full day play. Full
Of
days
play.
of yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's a fair shout. Uh, I felt like India missed the spinner, an extra spinner. Washington in the first game, nothing take away from his performance, but I felt like if they had a more maybe like a Kuldeep Yadav or even a Ashwin for that matter, he could have exploited the conditions a little bit better. I think Washington Sundar was learning. He did get the wicket of David Warner, but I still felt that we felt that because of the spin that the pitch was kind of purchasing, I think that Sundar wasn't able to take full advantage of it. Being a little critical of him, but I think that someone with a little bit more experience could have played a little bit of a bigger role in this second innings for Australia.
You could say so, but look, if you look at the first innings, he picked up more wickets than Lyon, and for a debut Test match, I think that's
Fair
incredible.
enough.
I agree with you. Like if you look at it from a solitary point of view, but like if you look at it overall, if Lyon is not picking up those many wickets, you can't really blame this guy. Experience will help. You can't do anything about injury, of course. Ashwin, even Jadeja would have been lethal on this pitch,
Yeah.
especially on day four, day five. But you can't do anything about that. So I think I really can't blame Washington Sundar. He will improve, and so far it's been an excellent debut. So I really can't criticize him too much.
Yeah, and I think in terms of, I mean, we spoke about Siraj and just hats off to him. He's had a roller coaster of a series. Like we discussed about him losing his father as well, and then moving on and getting a chance to be the second seamer for two test matches, and then leading the side in this last test match, and he's just improved significantly. He's become a boy to man kind of a series for him in 3 games. He's improved leaps and bounds almost.
Yeah, and this will do him a lot of confidence. I think he's a proper Test match bowler. I've seen him in Ranji Trophy, so I knew that he could do it, but I didn't know that he would do it immediately, like in
Yeah,
Australia, because Australia is a very very tough place to bowl. I've seen bowlers from New Zealand, Pakistan, everyone struggle, and even India, so many bowlers struggle. So to come up and get a fifer and bowl consistently throughout the series, I think kudos to him, and it's been an unbelievable debut. He and he'll just get better from here. I think if he can just keep on working on his pace, on his line and length, he'll be. He has that Test match line length, so he'll keep nagging you as a bowler, and batsmen will find it difficult. But yeah, I think unbelievable. And to see him when he came off, Bumrah hug him and everything, that was really
yeah,
good to see. I think
yeah,
Bumrah's guided him as well, even though it's 1 or 2 matches. And let's not forget, Bumrah's only played like 15, 16 matches. He's not played
yeah.
that many either. So I think it's a young bowling Indian lineup, but it holds well for the future and backup. So when you have injuries, somebody like a Siraj can step up, and now he'll actually compete for a place
That
in
third
the.
seamer spot. Yeah.
Yeah, he will compete for sure.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And just looking at for one of the other positives of this game, Shardul Thakur we mentioned,
Yeah.
staking a claim. I know it's been only one match, taking a claim for that all-rounder position though.
Yeah, was it you who was saying it? Like, we don't need a Hardik Pandya now if you have
No,
Shardul
I
Thakur.
never said that. I think Hardik Pandya is significantly better. He's a batting all-rounder, and Shardul
Yeah.
can be considered a bowling all-rounder.
Yeah, but
So
I think he's good. When Pandya is not available, this is a proper
backup.
replacement. Yeah,
Yeah,
proper
but good
backup.
backup. Yeah,
Yeah, why not? And I think batting wise, test match wise, he's shown that he can play test cricket. He can
yeah,
bat like crazy. But where he will be useful is in England, I feel,
yeah.
Shardul Thakur.
Because of
I
the
think,
swing,
yeah, I
he
think
brings in a
apart
lot of
from
swing.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar, nobody swings the ball like he does. So
Yeah.
he's actually a very useful backup to Hardik Pandya if you look at
Yeah.
it that way. I mean, nothing. Pandya is a great
Yeah.
hitter of the ball,
But the
great
thing
striker
is,
of the ball.
Pandya has issues. Like, he's not able to bowl. He's not able to,
That's
like,
what I'm
he's,
saying.
yeah. So if you have to look at an all round option in test matches, especially because of the fact that you want that extra bowler, you can play him at 7 and then you can
Yeah,
have four proper bowlers, like,
yeah.
and that gives you that little bit of, what you may call it, like in terms of him and Ashwin at 7 and 8 is proper filling in of decent bowling and batting.
And the thing is, he can hit the ball as well. So, in one day in T20s, even if you're playing Pandya as an all-round as a batsman, you can play this guy as an all-rounder. I wasn't a big fan of Shardul Thakur, to be honest with you. I felt his pace was a bit slow. He used to bowl a bit short. Even you saw in the first innings, he got his economy rate was high. But I think that swing is crucial. Maybe he can lift his pace a bit, but I think that swing is really good. He gets the line in length as well when he needs to. He's improving. I think from the first innings to second innings, he's improved. And now I just have a different. I'm looking at him at a different point of view after that batting knock. So he's really won my heart. I never rated him as a bowler, to be very honest with you, and he's just turned it around in one match.
Yeah, I think with Pant at 6 and Ashwin, and if Ashwin and Shardul Thakur can take 7 and 8, I think that's a long batting lineup as well for us. So
Yeah.
some good, some good. Whatever happens tomorrow, it's just a matter of, like, some good points came out of this test match, some very very positive things to look forward to for Indian cricket, and bright things to come in the future.
Yeah.
Looking at it from the Australian point of view, I think they did most things right on day 4. I mean, they tried to score the quick runs. They got it. They got, for the most part, they were able to, and they scored a. They've created a decent. They've created a situation where they almost most likely won't lose unless, like, something crazy happens, obviously. But for the most part, it looks like only two results will come out of this.
Hmm.
If it rains, it's probably going to be a draw or a possibility of an Australian victory.
Yeah.
Unlikely that 300 runs will be scored on one day by the Indians.
Yeah, no, 100%. But there's one thing for sure. This Australian team has been taken aback. Like, because in this situation, considering the pitch and everything, I think 250 runs is enough and go and attack, because there is rain on day
Yeah,
5.
yeah,
Whether it rains or not, that's different. Like, we can be sitting here tomorrow and saying that, okay, we got 98 overs of play. That's not in our hands. But when there's a forecast and, like, there has been rain already in this test match, it's cancelled a session also on the first or second day.
second day. Yeah,
Yeah. So if you already know that, and you've seen how the pitch is behaving, that crack, man, like who was it? Siraj bowled that ball and
yeah,
it hit the crack and hit Cummins on the elbow.
yeah.
That's it. Like, that 250 is enough. 250, 260 was enough. But they've been taken aback after Sydney and that Thakur and Washington partnership.
I think they were a little just a little too cautious, maybe.
Way too cautious. I'm telling you, like, they could have bowled easily 15, 20 overs more yesterday, even with the last session getting cancelled out. I think they batted a bit too long.
Yeah,
But again, if it doesn't rain and everything, day 5 they have enough time. If it doesn't rain and they have 98 overs, Australia should win this. If they
yeah,
don't, then there will be serious questions asked.
yeah.
Because
I
there's a
think.
huge crack. I don't want to make an excuse, but there's a huge crack down that middle. It's not going to be easy to bat on. It's going to be very
Yeah.
difficult.
But from the looks of it, rain will play a spoil sport. I think they might
What is the
not be
latest
enough.
update?
I don't know, man. The latest, it keeps changing every few minutes. We expected
Yeah.
almost all of day 4 to be get washed out, but
Yeah.
we had more than 2 sessions of play. So we're not really sure, but they are saying that there's a storm around and it could really hamper things. So we'll just
I
have to
think
wait
if
and
one
see.
session is rained out, it'll give India the advantage to draw the game. But if you have maybe like 70 overs as well to bowl, I think Australia will fancy themselves. But if it's anything under 50 overs, then India should be able to draw it.
Yeah, I think there was also, I believe, a decent amount of rain overnight as well. So maybe the pitch gets a little bit of that a little bit damp, and
Yeah.
that might help the batsman. We don't know that yet, but we'll have to wait and see. I honestly think that there's only two results, like we already discussed: an
Yeah,
Australian win
100%. I think
or a
90
draw.
overs chasing 300 is difficult.
It's difficult. So,
In
and with
Sydney,
this
we made
with the
300.
pitch, yeah,
Sorry to cut you, but in Sydney, we made 320, but we already had 80, 90 runs in the day before.
first day,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. So it's just a matter of kind of waiting it out and seeing, and hopefully it's a draw and India can retain that series and take that positives into the series against England, which is not very far away.
The batsman for you to save the test match.
Rohit Sharma has to be Rohit Sharma. If he can get a daddy 100, it'll be beautiful. I mean,
Uh,
I always love his talent. I know that he is susceptible to a mistake here and there.
As
But for me,
long as
Rohit
he doesn't
Sharma.
throw his wicket, if he gets out to a good ball, I have no problem with that because it's going to be a difficult pitch to bat on. If he gets a beauty, it's going to come. But if he gets set and it comes down the pitch and does something or plays a hook shot, then there's going to be something. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Rohit Sharma, even yesterday, any batsman would have been under pressure. I would have been so scared to go out, like in those conditions, overcast, everything with that pitch behaving like that. He comes and drive to Mitchell Stark. The guy is just so talented. That's all I can say.
Absolutely, absolutely. Looking forward to
Yeah.
another Rohit Sharma masterclass, and then maybe Puji on the other side. Just camping over there as usual. He's my boy. I love to see him camp and just completely guard one side of the wicket and
Yeah.
let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I think they need to play now like a natural, like how they did in Sydney. One guy defends, one guy attacks. So that's how they
Yeah.
should play. If you're just gonna
So
try to survive,
this,
it will be difficult. If you go over aggressive, you lose your wicket. So
yeah.
there has to be one end try to hold it up and one end attack, like Pant and Pujara did before. Yeah.
I think that's a fair shout. Looking forward to the day 5. Let's see if rain plays a spoil sport or no. But we'll be catching out. We'll be reviewing it either way. Right after the game. Take care, and looking forward to good cricket. That's it.
Last day of this incredible series, so enjoy it, man.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and looking forward to the England series as well. If back in our hometown where we are the
Yeah.
kings,
Yeah.
they're gonna kill them. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a lot of, some turn and everything on day
Yeah,
one.
two
So
spinners. Yeah, two
yeah,
spinners. Ash and Jaddu killing it.
yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, I think I'll catch you after the test match
Yeah,
and can't wait, man. Enjoy the game.
take care.
Thank you.